read somewhere as well that, because traditionally what happens before, like let's just say, tax returns, which we were doing, both your firm and mine,
Mhm.
prior to this period,
Mhm.
if someone had a gain or loss, our staff or us would just simply punch it in,
Yeah.
and the software
Yeah.
would take over and say, this is your taxable capital gain. This is the tax you owe on it. It's
Yeah.
pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
But now it's not like that, because here's this to give you guys a little bit of a history. Capital gains, if you bought something at $100 and now it's $150, for the longest time, I think like 20 years now,
Yeah.
50% of that $50 capital gain was added to your income, whether it's a corporation or individually, what have you. 50% was added to your income.
Yeah.
Now the government said after certain thresholds, 2/3 of that will be added to your income, right? And now, there's an abundance of stuff. This story is not new, guys. This has been going on for like since the last budget, which now is coming on to being 9 months old, right? So we're not going to go through like the actual details of what those capital gains rules were, the new rulings. But now we're in a situation where accountants uh, really are being forced to file something that is not law, because I think CRA was going to send out a form that will help professional tax preparers enter in these capital gains transactions to have the result of inclusion at the 67% rate where applicable.
Right.
So, John, have you seen any of these forms? I think they're coming out soon,
No, they're
right?
going to be out soon. And, just to be clear, like I'm going to give my clients a choice. I'm going to say, look, this is what's happened. I'll give them a bit of history to the extent that they're not aware. And they can choose if they want to just do the 50% inclusion, but just, CRA with the audit and it does become law and it's backdated, then we got an issue. So it's going to be up to them. But the articles I've read by other professionals are there will be an opportunity to challenge it in court. And that may very well happen with some larger capital gains. So I think it's a discussion. I don't think you can force your client either which way. You can advise that this was the intent of the government, but certainly the government, as we know it, is going to fall. And I think there's a reasonable chance, if you look at the polling right now, that the Conservatives are going to come into power. So I think it's a discussion.